Hello and welcome to the Energy Healing Channel TV. I'm Miss Alisia Antonette, and in this video I'm actually doing kind of a one-off video. I wanted to document my lock journey this time. So I had a first set of locks and I'll insert some pictures here. So these locks, I really love them because of, at one point I decided to do freeform, or started to just let them kind of freeform. But as I really looked at them, I didn't like that I could see a lot of the buildup that had accumulated over the 2.5, almost 3. I would say I was about 2.5 years in those pictures. And you know, when I first started my locks, I was using products, and I was using mainly the Shea Moisture lock butter. In the beginning I was using that, and I was using like other stuff, and then I was doing kind of like other natural things, and I just noticed that it was just causing like so much buildup. I washed my hair at a regular increment, and I kept it oiled, kept my scalp oiled, and I had changed my eating, so my hair was really flourishing. But I just didn't like, when I looked at them up close, that you could see the buildup kind of like coming to the surface. And I was like, you know what, I didn't want to cut my hair because I don't really believe in cutting your hair. So I spent the time and I combed, I would say about 90% of them out. I did actually save some. I saved 5 of them in the back. So these 5 back here are like part of the original set, and then the rest I combed it out, and then I kind of left it in a little bit of an afro just to kind of let it relax or whatnot. But I started to notice that the ends started to lock, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm either gonna just let it go like this or twist it. And with my original set, I did twist them, so I had really good results with twisting them. But my only thing that I'm not going to be doing this time, I'm not going to do an interlock, and I'm not going to be retwisting them. I am going to let them essentially freeform. I will keep them separated though. I don't want one huge lock or too many huge locks on my head. I do want like a full head, and I counted and I have 19 locks on my head. And it's really interesting because this time I am just keeping it super basic. Like, I'm going to be utilizing the castor oil. I'm still going to be using that, and then I'm also going to be using herbal extracts. And I'm actually in the process of creating like a mixture that hopefully I can share and start to sell, because I know for people that are really working on a lower maintenance type of lock regimen, we don't want to put a lot of grease or heavy oil in our hair, because it will make the lock sticky and could potentially cause buildup if not regularly washed. I will continue using the shampoos that I was using. So I use Design Essentials, and it's a 3-step kind of process that I do. So I do the cleansing shampoo, and then I do a moisturizing shampoo, and then I do a light conditioner that I do wash out. And if you do, that is one tip I want to kind of put out there, is if you do use conditioners, make sure that you run water in your hair for quite a little, I would say for quite a while after, when you're rinsing it out, just so that you can really, the hair really lets it go, the excess. I like using Design Essentials products because it is made for hair, okay? A lot of the products that are out there, I understand, sometimes you don't want to put a lot of chemical in your hair, but I'm not going to be washing my hair every week like that. My regimen, I do wash every 3 weeks roughly, and that just works out really good for me. But on the other note, on the other side of that, I'm listening to my scalp and I'm listening to my hair, and if I feel like my hair wants to be washed prior to the 3 weeks, then I will go ahead and wash it and things like that. And so, yeah, this is kind of the progress. And yeah, I know, it's funny because like I was so used to kind of like the fuller, the fullness, but it's gonna come back. Like I've already started getting a lot of growth, and it's interesting that when I started to let my hair do more freeform, I was like, I think there's like new hair growing, growing in. And I was like, no, it's not a theory. I was actually feeling like extra hair kind of growing in, which is a really good feeling and a really good sign. And I don't know, I may get another one back here because I feel like there's like this little patch that's growing back there. So we'll see. I won't be doing these videos often because, as we all know, hair grows at a certain rate. So you probably won't see me really talking about my hair until a year from now, and we'll come back. Another thing I wanted to mention is, so I started with the twist. I started with 2-strand twist. As you can see, I'll come a little closer. And no, they're not all the same size, because that's what I like about the freeform look, is that they're not uniform. I don't want like the uniform locks, but yeah, but they are starting to shrink. So that's one sign that it's starting to lock. My hair already had that programming to lock because I had been locking my hair for 2 years. So my hair knows what's up. It knows it's, that we're locking again. And so yeah, and I just really like the thicker roots look. I didn't want to do wicks per se. I mean, I don't really like all the labels, but whatever you want to call them, but I just like the thicker roots. It makes me feel more secure with, my hair as it's going to be growing out. But I've noticed that it has started to shrink, because these were when I first, twisted them, they were hanging a lot more. And then the ones that are from the original set, here, I'll push these out of the way. So these are the ones from the original set, and so I'm just gonna leave these. I'm not gonna combine them, and I'm gonna just see what they're gonna do. But they've been trained already to be kind of individual locks, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna leave them. And yeah, and then I have some little baby ones that had started to grow in my first set, which are these here. And I, like, before I started growing my hair, like really focusing on growing my hair, I used to cut off the hair back there. Like they call it the kitchen, you know, where the hair kind of goes down, and I used to cut it, but when I just started letting my hair grow, it started to grow little locks. So I'm like, okay, well, we have some little baby ones that that want to join. So, but yeah, this is how we're looking. So yeah, so the original ones are 2.5 years going on to 3, and then these are brand new. I just did this, I would say these are about a month in. And yeah, once I get the formula down for, you know, the hair extract that I'm working on, the formula for, I will share that and, you know, let you guys know if you are interested in that. I'm also going to be making a better alternative to hair grease with castor oil. There's actually a form of castor oil that looks like grease, that looks like hair grease, and I'll be putting in, you know, the essential oils, the herbs, because when you use essential oils, you want it diluted. And so I'm going to be formulating, you know, something for us to use. I will try it on my hair because I want to see how it, you know, how it acts in my hair. And I want to check, you know, just check it out, make sure it doesn't leave buildup and things like that, because that's one thing, like, that a lot of people are looking for is a hair grease, because a lot of us in the Black community, like, we grew up with hair grease, but now looking at those products, you know, petroleum and mineral oil, like, those oils are not good for us, or they're not good for our bodies. They cause a lot of damage. And so castor oil, because it is a lot more healthy and it's actually beneficial for us, that's why I was like, oh, I can make, you know, a hair grease that's going to actually help. And so yeah, so stay tuned for that. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I do a lot of content about energy healing, also utilizing herbs to heal yourself from the inside out and things of that nature. So if you like that kind of content, feel free to subscribe below. I would appreciate your support, and also give this video a thumbs up. And I will check you guys out on the next one. Peace.